have a more interactive exchanges, so we are open to questions, clarifications. Please mention your name and...
Yes, I'm Captain Nestor Grigoropoulos from Sea Traders and Prominence Maritime, Mr. George Prokopiou, Group of Companies and Mission Prokopiou. Congratulations for the excellent presentations, Metaxia, Captain Ayuti. Regarding the ship-to-ship, I think that in order everyone to comply, we have to discuss about the BIMCO clauses. I think in the BIMCO clause there must be an amendment to address specifically how the ship-to-ship has to be conducted. The same way, like in tankers, where the clauses clearly mentioned as per intercargo, intertango guidelines. The same way has to be addressed also. Otherwise, the charters will not be forced, and they will not be willing to proceed as such.
Nestor, allow me to say that this is a commercial thing which is really difficult to manage. We will certainly have the opportunity with BIMCO, and you can even not use BIMCO and have your own STS clause. The thing is that, as we know, I mean, as an experience from my company, we still try to change the RightShip clause, which is from the history back to when it was stars, and we are required to have a 5 stars, and the charters are still resisting and do not want to change.
Yes, but there is no other way unless it is specified in the charter party.
We have to.
So
this is up to us.
Even if I use the BIMCO clause, just because BIMCO is a generic term, but even in either in BIMCO or without BIMCO clause, something has to be on the charter party to let's say, to force the charters to follow the guidelines given by the intercargo. Now, concerning the vetting, as you very well said, to me it's clearly a matter of mindset. What has to change the mindset, and it has to do with how an organization perceives this RISQ and the vetting process. You have to do, other companies see it as a threat, other companies see it as an opportunity. So you do a SWOT analysis, you see where you stand, and I think, to me, especially bigger companies, has to see it definitely as an opportunity. The same way that happens in the tankers. Thank you very much.
Thank you. Yes, please. Can you speak louder or come in front, please, for all the others to...
I'm trying to speak louder. We spoke earlier about mentoring and coaching towards the safety standards of rights. Okay, so what kind of training should the personnel that provides this coaching and mentoring have? Is this equivalent to the training of a rights inspector? Does SQLearn provide such training?
Well, this is one of the reasons of today's event. Of course, SQLearn provides training, but it's all about listening to the gaps, to what still needs to be prepared as training, what are the missing gaps in order to update the training to fit for purpose and to meet the standards. So the purpose of today's and the takeaways of this seminar is to see whether what we provide also as SQLearn is fit for purpose, or we need to change certain things in order to respond to the new RISQ 3.2 requirements. But I don't know if Kostis would like to mention this.
No, formal training is required, for sure, it's the basis, but as companies roll out different strategies, and we have heard 2 different companies that have converged to the same strategy of mentoring or coaching, you can call it both ways, which supplements the formal training and increases effectiveness. So if you want to hear more about that, my colleagues here can tell you.
You mentioned what training is required for mentors or coaches. Obviously, there are some about soft skills, and you need first, the selection is very important on who you are selecting to become a mentor. Not all of us can become a mentor, and it doesn't mean that I know the subject and I can pass the knowledge to others. So you need someone who has the ability to pass knowledge to others. You need to train him on soft skills, and you still require someone who is knowledgeable on your procedures and on the risk requirements as well.
Just to add that, as you said, Nestor, one solution doesn't fit everybody.
Yes.
We have Greeks, the other have Indians, the other have Filipino, some are 20 years with the company, some are brand new, some are 30, some are 50, so nothing really, there's no a copy-paste solution for everybody that can do that. So I suggest that, as you said, Vasilis, that the company approaches whoever they use as training provider and discuss where they want to go, and perhaps then they can find a path how they can get there. And certainly there is not only one path, maybe there are more than.
Agree 100%. Well, from the survey we have conducted online, it seems that there are a few questions, I guess, for you, Kostis. I think the first one is covered. What are the key updates introduced under RISQ 3.2? You cover it. Let's move to the second one. Is a new RISQ questionnaire update expected soon?
I think that everything is driven by the feedback. For example, if we do enough of inspections of RISQ 3.2 and we see that there is a problem, which is raised by the industry or on the field, then we have to do some change. But it's not in our plan to do a change very soon, because continuous changes disrupt the people. I mean, you have to gather, let's say, a set of changes and implement them in one go. Don't change the thing every now and then, because people have to adapt every time.
So it's a matter of digesting to it.
That's right. I mean, it just started end of February 2026, so it's very, very...
Okay. How does the vessel inspection age trigger affect phase 3 and 4 inspections?
Yes. Now in July we are entering the 11 years. So after the 11th year, if the vessel has not done an inspection, then the score drops to 2 until such an inspection takes place. Of course, for the vessels that they just enter this age trigger, if the operator applies before the birthday of the vessel, not before the 1st of July, the birthday of the vessel, for just a practical example, if the birthday of the vessel is the 15th of August, let's say on the 16th of August the vessel will be 11 years and 1 day old, then the score will drop to 2. And if you apply before that date for inspection, you get an extra 15 days on the safety score as a grace period. So that's how it works. And the next one is January 2027 at 10 years.
Well, the next question is about confidentiality. Inspection reports and submitted documents, are they fully confidential and can they ever be shared without the owner's consent?
At the moment, we don't share inspection reports with anybody else without the owner's consent. So the charters in the platform cannot see the contents of the inspection, neither the number of findings. They can only see the validity of the inspection, nothing else.
And last one, with the increased focus on communication effectiveness, behavior, and safety culture, how does RightShip assess whether safety learnings and industry alerts are truly absorbed on board, not just distributed for compliance purpose? I think we touched a bit upon this, but...
We touched about that, and I think that the numbers speak. The number of findings are dropping on average, which means that something is absorbed on board. And the same is what Metaxia said before, is that the incident, we see a gradual improvement on incidents and process control findings across the dry bulk industry. So we're getting somewhere.
Well, any other questions?
Number 4. My name is Captain Kenan Kavakçı, from Turkey. I have attended pre-RightShip inspection in Skanderun 1 month ago. During the inspection, we received directly 2 results without any owner requisitions or permissions. Is there any difficulties to region? This is
You did the inspection for your ship, right?
yes, the third parties, and we received the results, the deficiencies on time.
You received them?
Yes,
Yes.
I was on board.
Yes.
This means that our inspections report to submit documents fully confidential. Can they ever be shared without owner's consent?
Sorry, you are the owner of the ship, right?
It is the third parties, not owner. 14 deficiency to share the chief engineer, captains during the closing meeting.
Yes. The inspector delivered the findings to the crew.
Yes.
This is what you mean?
Yes.
This is normal. At the closing meeting, they tell everybody what are the findings.
So I think we talk a bit about the culture, and of course, as part of our culture is to finish on time also. So I would like to invite Panagiotis, a final word, a message from you, Panagiotis, 1 minute.
Next to every requirement, to clearly identify and record if a documented record or procedure is required for this element. There is certainly a huge amount of ambiguity still if a documented evidence is required or not. Example, is the seafarer able to do an ABD? So, what am I looking on board? I'm looking at a paper that I have attended a course, or am I looking to actually ask the guy and show me how you do the ABD? So the more we move, like we did years and years ago, when we clearly identified, they said this requirement requires a documented evidence in a procedure or records and so on. Perhaps think about that, and that will be my request. It will make life easier for the people in the companies.
Metaxia, your turn.
I don't have something to say, actually. I can say only to Panagiotis that we do have in the cargo quality panel and the working group, which is actually dealing with the versions on the new, the changes that we are going to propose to RightShip for the next version after RISQ 3.2. Otherwise, I have to say that in my personal view only, RISQ made a good change on safety. So I'm not against RightShip in that term. I think that it was needed and it only makes good. We need time though, as I said earlier, in order to ensure that it becomes our culture and we drive the industry in the future better safety statistics.
So Kostis, final words from you?
If you cannot avoid it, enjoy it. So, no, just joking. Just picking up from Metaxia's comment, there is improvement, and indeed, sometimes the pace is too fast. Yes, but usually what we have seen is that when people are getting out of their comfort zone, this is when real improvement happens. So yes, there's always a balance between where one side pulls and how much the other side can follow. So yeah, that's it. So from my side, we see results and we thank everybody who recognizes that, like Metaxia said before. Also RightShip learns a lot from the process. It is a different RightShip than the RightShip of the past. There is a lot more dialogue, openness, interaction, and we also learn a lot of lessons in the process. And it's not only the seafarers or the companies, it's also us. So this is a mutual development.